Ahoy there, Legion! So you've trekked across the burning sands, farmed for 40 waves and 40 fights, even consulted the Book of the Dead. But you're curious how Inaros handles and how his abilities work. A couple of you even wanted to know what we thought of him as well. So let it be written. So let it be done. Style-wise, Inaros has a nice amount of customization. Older frames tend to have huge areas of solid color with only minor hints or glowing lights you can change. But fashion frame folks will enjoy tinkering around with all of your color swatches, I'm sure. Oh, speaking of, St. Patrick's Day palette should be out in the market by now, and Easter should be up in a little under 10 days. So new or free-to-play Tenno, hop to it. Animation-wise, for a new Warframe, he kinda looks like an old Giza, as he has a bit of the shakes. And they only get worse, too. I get that he's based on a mummy, but his shambling is a bit ever-present for my tastes, and I'm pretty sure people who are sensitive to motion sickness are gonna get affected by it. But enough customization, on to his kit. Something that I think deserves a lot more attention that folks don't really give him any credit for is darn near all his abilities synergize together. But before we dive into that, let's take a look at him individually first. Desiccation. It basically applies a reskinned heat proc to all enemies looking at you in quite a wide and far radius. It's perfect for locking down darn near entire rooms and has 0 cooldowns, so have fun with this one, Legion. It does a small amount of initial damage, a pitiful amount of damage over time, and it supposedly heals you. While it technically does, your power strength has to be insane for this to honestly be a bullet point for the ability. The main payoff here is it ties into his passive. Enemies you blind with this ability are open to finisher attacks, and if you kill them with one, you'll get a nice chunk of health back. Now that's some lifesteal. Enemies can be chain shanked over and over again during the entire stun duration, but you'll only get a chunk of health back if a finisher delivers a killing blow. Ground attack kills give nothing, and finisher animations alone give nothing. It has to be a killing blow. So if you're looking for health, pick your targets carefully and aim for the squish. If you'd rather have a heal on tap and a guaranteed enemy lockdown, Devour is the skill for you. Activate it to mark your target, stunning them for a default 30 seconds. Hold down the ability, and instead you'll pull the enemy right to you. You can either walk over to him or pull him to you. Whatever option you choose, you can drain the enemy and refill your health in the process. The more power strength you have, the faster this process goes, and if you want to be a stinker, as long as you start draining before the ability runs out, you can continue draining until it dies or you get knocked away from him. Generally, if you kill an enemy using Devour, they'll respawn as a sand-covered golem and fight for you for about 15 seconds. This can be really buggy though, so unless you build for it, consider it a bonus when it works. Sandstorm is the most lackluster of Inaros' abilities. It costs a lot of energy, continues to drain a lot of energy over time, slows you to a crawl, and throws enemies into the air. Anyone trying to kill anything in a group during DJ Hydroid's tentacle raves or Zephyr's plate-spinning tricks knows how fun this can be. The only good traits it has is, while spinning, damage taken is reduced, and if you somehow kill an enemy you tagged with Devour, it'll heal you all at once instead of over time and turn them into a minion. But this is another ability where you need an outrageously high power strength to do any real damage, so I couldn't get this to work. Either enemies had too much health and I only ragdolled them, or they had too little health and they simply died and never gave health back, or spawned as a friendly target. I'd avoid this one like the 7 plagues, but if you have excess energy, feel free to counter a group of enemies and pop this to Cleopatra right through them. His final ability is where the Pharaoh's Curse turns into mummy magic. Scarab Swarm, or Scarab Armor as it should more realistically be known. Allow the scarabs running through your gummy mummy veins to feast on your flesh and something increase your armor at the cost of health. This buff will last you through all but purges and disrupts, so unlike Iron Skin, this won't fall off the level whenever you do. The game does not explain this at all, but to trigger the actual swarm bit, you need to aim at a target and use the ability again. Doing this will eat precisely 25% of the armor buff you charged up, along with 25 energy. Enemies afflicted by the swarm can easily pass it to others nearby, and each enemy heals you and any allies close enough for a bit of health. Aim for a group, try to get it to spread as effectively as possible, so busy bottlenecks and doorways would be a prime target. And with that, you got your rotation opener started, so now you can start merging all his abilities together. Just an example, here's some 60 bombards. When I did this with a broken war, I one-shot them all, so to help demonstrate and to keep it a bit more interesting, I'm going to use my weak unprimed Fang. First up, stun them all all with your ultimate, lock one you might have missed down with Devour, or just pick a random target so you always got a heal on standby. Whatever damage you took engaging them should already be healed up by this point, and if you have Rage equipped, you'll have plenty of energy left over, so charge your armor up to full, hit them with Desiccation to open them up to finisher attacks, and stab away. As you have Devour target marked and a full stack of Volt armor waiting to be used, I'd say just focus on killing everything as quickly as possible at this point. Recasting Desiccation and Devour is necessary. If you absolutely need to, you can feather the throttle a bit and aim to get finisher kills for that health bonus, but I think you're still much better off draining Devour directly or passive healing from Scarab Swarm. So is he a keeper or mastery fodder? Does Inaros stand at the top of the pyramids, or did you get Egypt having him take up a Warframe slot? Inaros is most definitely a keeper. I'd say he passed with flying technicolors, but I'll leave the honor of finding the land of milk and honey to you. That's a wrap for this mummy episode. What are your thoughts on Inaros, Legion? Let us know in the comments below. Feel free to share and exchange build ideas and tips with others you might run into down there. Devstream 71 should be starting up if it hasn't already, and if you missed out on it live, fret not. We got a Devstream recap and review all set for you on Monday. So enjoy the rest of your day, have fun on your weekend, and don't forget the freebie color palettes coming out. If you did already, didn't you? Well, there, go get them before they disappear. And I'll catch you next time, Legion. Take care.